A big hello from me, welcome to Paul Rolls Dice and welcome to another video. And today we are taking a look at Let's Go to Japan, a game by Josh Wood and published by AEG. Now, this game was designed by Josh Wood, who's already designed a handful of games for various companies, but this is based on a real-life trip himself and his partner were going to take in 2020 to Japan. But then we all know what happened. The world locked down, COVID unfortunately happened, and the trip was postponed. So they decided to, or he decided to, make a board game and go to Japan at the tabletop. Now, the artwork in this is absolutely fantastic. If we just take a quick look at the box itself, full of lovely components. This is a game for 1 to 4 players. It does say 45 minutes, but a few of my friends who own this game have said that you can have a game a little bit shorter, but it will more than likely go over into the hour kind of range based on players. But that's not really a problem. Anyway, so the aim of the game is each player will have their own board, labelled Monday through Sunday, and you're essentially drawing cards on your turn, placing activity cards onto your board in certain slots on your days to try and create the most optimal and most exciting itinerary for your week in Japan. Now, you will be playing cards that will either be in Tokyo or Kyoto, the blue or pink cards. There is an expansion which allows you to, I think it's called the Day Trip Passport expansion, but as all things that were on Kickstarter and GameFound and all of these crowdfunding sites, once the expansions hit the world, they are never to be seen again, and they are exceedingly pricey. Now, I did manage to pick this up very, very cheap on Vinted, which is awesome. I paid 20 British pounds for this, an absolute bargain. I think it normally retails at around 35 or 40 pounds. So we got a pretty decent deal anyway. So here's the rule book first. Travel guide to Japan. This here says Nihon ni ikuyo. I am learning Japanese. I don't know much, but I'm glad I can read that now. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. The studying is paying off. Anyway. So vacation planning tips, local secrets, playtime, player count, all that kind of stuff. Full colour rulebook. We're not going to go into the rules of the game because I will hopefully be playing this on the channel at some point, because it does have a dedicated solo mode and that will be awesome to play. But these are essentially the setup and the components. As you can see, things are looking very, very nice. Lots and lots of rules. So I will be watching a few YouTube channels to learn how to play this game. We've all got our preferreds. So I'll be diving into Watch It Played with our best friend Rodney, who is absolutely awesome at explaining board games. But there's many out there. Of course, there's many out there. So anyway, that is the rule book. There's the credits and things. Let's take a look at the tokens. We love thick cardboard tokens. And these are pretty thick. They're okay. They're not the thinnest. They're not the thickest. But they are very, very nice. We've then got token icons for the things you'll be doing in the game. This is food and drink. I think this is unique experiences, visiting shrines and things, shopping, parks and public areas. And then there's tokens for jumping on the trains, because you will be jumping on the trains, the Shinkansens, the local trains and all that kind of stuff. So those are very nice. Tokens are very, very cool. These are the player boards. So there are 4 of these player boards. Everyone gets their own. So if I just open up one of them, this is essentially what your player board will look like. And if we flip them over, they've all got some nice artwork as well. So we'll take a look at all of those. So there's a nice little side street scene with ramen houses and yakiniku places, probably in Kyoto or something. On the back of the green one, we have a cat cafe, the Neko Cafe, more than likely Tokyo. There is a few in Kyoto. I've been to Japan 3 times so far. I'm always on the hunt to try and figure out if I can get the funds together to go for another trip. And we've been very fortunate to go to Japan. I've been with my partner, obviously all 3 times, but the last time we went in 2025, we went with friends. We have been there. That is the Fushari Inari Shrine in Kyoto? Could be. But yeah, anyway, yeah, we've been to Tokyo, we've been to Kyoto, we've been all over the place. I'll have to post some pictures and snaps at some point on the socials. That'll be one of the unique experience things in the game as well. Go to a drum class, a drum lesson. So those are the boards. I should have said as well, what I love about this is they've actually added the kanji for the days as well, which is really cool. Now I can't remember the names of the week. I know there's Doyobi, Nichiyobi, Getsuyobi. These are the days of the week, but I can't remember where they are. I think that's Nichiyobi for Saturday. But anyway, we're not here for a Japanese lesson. So that is all of the tokens. You get some additional tokens as well. I don't know if these are just excess, because in the rulebook it does say if you run out of tokens, you have to substitute for other things, so you don't play to components. I know a handful of games play to components. We have a very generous pad for tracking the score, so there's plenty of gameplay here. If this ever did run out, it's unlikely to run out. You can always probably print more off on the old internet. We get some baggies for all of the stuff. This is, I think this is the turn tracker, and it explains on your turn what you're going to be doing. So you'll be drawing a card from the Tokyo, Kyoto decks, and then you'll be doing 2 there, and all sorts of other stuff. We'll learn that as we play. We have some little wooden pucks which will be tracking certain things in the game. And here is the actual cards. So these are still in the sleeves, but we will be taking a look at these. So these are the Tokyo ones, these are the Kyoto ones. Should we dive into Tokyo first? Okay, right. This is in plastic. Let's bust it open. Okay, we are in the Tokyo one. So lots of iconography. These will be explaining what it's doing on the day. Unique experience, shopping day. I think that's points or something. I'm not too sure. But anyway, we kind of want to look at the artwork. Very, very Gundam. But there's a cat there. So we've got to visit an anime museum. Zojoji Temple. Zojoji Temple again. Sensoji Temple and Nakamise. We've been there as well. Meiji Jingu Shrine. Goto Kuji Temple with the Lucky Cats. Again with the Lucky Cats. Not actually been there. Department stores in Ginza. We've visited Ginza a few times. Shopping in Shibuya, and that is of course the very famous Shibuya Scramble. See the Hachiko statue. That is also in Shibuya. Watch sumo. Not done that yet. Go to a baseball game. We've not been to a baseball game. Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building. This is one of the places where you can get a free, an admission-free view of the city if you don't want to pay prices for like Tokyo Tower and there it is, Tokyo Tower and Shibuya Sky and stuff. But they are worth it. It's still cheap. Miyashita Park, Imperial Palace Gardens. Visit a Rescue Cat Cafe. Board game store in Akihabara. Love Akihabara. There's a little Sega thing there, but they've covered it up. Look, you can't see the G&A. Ueno Park, beautiful place as well. Shinjuku Gyoen Park. Gacha machines, of course. Sushi at the Tsukiji Market. That was busy as heck. Yakitori in Amoide Yokocho. Stay in a capsule hotel. Never did that. Tokyo Station. Beautiful train station. Tokyo National Museum. Get a new outfit in Harajuku. Get crepes. Yeah, did that. Ikebukuro. Daikanyama. Go to a themed cafe. I went to a Final Fantasy themed cafe, the Square Enix one. That was cool. See a Kabuki show. Stay at a really nice hotel. We were lucky to do that. Dine at a top restaurant. Yes, we had Kobe beef. Monjaya Yakin, Tsukushima. Conveyor belt sushi. Love doing that. Neju Shrine. Todoroki Valley Park. Kanda Shrine. Get food from a konbini every day. Grab some street food every day. Those are beautiful, especially when they've got custard in. Soba and tempura. Attend a festival. Take a hike outside town. See some cherry blossoms. Eat ramen at the best place. Heck yes. Visit a small shrine. Photo sticker booth. Buy a gift in an interesting shop. Take a cooking class. Ooh, omelettes. And see a concert. So that is all of the Tokyo cards. They're pretty cool. Right, let's take a look at the Kyoto ones. Let's bust these open. Okay, we're in Kyoto. So, Ginkakuji Temple, Tofukuji Temple, Ryoanji Temple, another Kinkakuji, Kiyomizudera Temple, Nanzenji Temple, Fushimi Inari. Love that. Fun story about that. We climbed it up at night time. There was a wild boar on the track. I proceeded to be very, very scared and everyone laughed at me. Yasaka Shrine, Heian Shrine, Tea Ceremony, Kyoto Tower. Been up Kyoto Tower, pretty cute. Monkey Park, been there in the Arashiyama Bamboo Forest. Manga Museum, Sannenzaka Slope, taken Ikebana class, Geisha Show at Gion Corner, Kyoto Imperial Palace. The artwork is beautiful, guys. Philosopher's Path, Kyoto Railway Museum. Look at the Shinkansen. Nishiki Market, Kyoto Handicraft Center, Otage Nembutsuji Temple, Temple Lodging, Arashiyama Bamboo Grove. Very nice place that. We got lost in there. It was awesome. Stay at Ryokan. We did that. That was beautiful. Stay at Machia. Did we stay at Machia? Traditional wooden townhouses. I don't think we did. Nijo Castle. Ponto Cho. To Sugar Queen Villa. Higashiyama District. Tenryuji Temple. Kokidera Temple, onsen, done onsen, beautiful. Todosake District, time to get drunk. Shopping arcades, many of those in Tokyo. Flea market, in Japan, not just Tokyo. Kyoto National Museum. Take a drumming class. Attend a festival. Take a hike outside of town. See some cherry blossoms. Eat ramen. Visit a small restaurant. Those are generic ones. These are specifically to Kyoto, Tokyo, and then there's generic ones at the end. And then with, the same cards again. So that is the absolute bulk of the game. Yeah, all the artwork's the same there. So that's all of those. And I think, let's take a quick look at the side of the box, because they've absolutely spared no expense on pretty in this box. So very, very nice, very solid box as well. The insert's okay. If I do sleeve these, I may have to find a different insert, but we'll see. But anyway, let's move those out of the way. That is, let's go to Japan Nihon ni ikuyo. Very excited to play this game. It's been on the radar for a long time. I was originally going to kickstart it, but for whatever reason, I think I cancelled it or forgot about it or something. It happens. But we've got it now anyway. And it's going to take a minute to learn. So after this video, I will be diving into a tutorial. If you did like this video, my friends, please drop a like, consider subscribing. It really, really helps us out. Leave a message in the comments as well. Have you visited Japan? Are you looking to visit Japan? Do you want to talk about Japan? Because I will talk about it all day. It is my favourite place in the world. And as I said, I'm always looking to try and go back. But anyway, guys, until next time, have an awesome one. I'll see you in a future video.